Now that your website is edited, what we're going to recommend doing now is making your own domain. We recommend purchasing a domain from GoDaddy, and that is how I'll be teaching how to set up a domain is through GoDaddy. It's super cheap and well worth it. So if you don't have a domain through GoDaddy that you've never used, I recommend finding one through GoDaddy and purchasing one that you like that would make sense for this website right here. And so to add a domain to this website, you want to go underneath settings, and then up to domains, and then top right, add new domain. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to set up the domain with the www and without the www. But remember, the first thing before setting this up is you have to purchase a domain through GoDaddy first. Make sure that's purchased, and then you can come in here and do these next steps. So the first thing we are going to do is do the domain without the www. So let's go into GoDaddy and look at the domain, and I'm going to use it for an example. So inside of GoDaddy, underneath your domains, you can see I have a bunch of domains, but you might only have one. Find your domain that you're going to use. I'm going to use this sample right here, turboteams.com. And what you want to do is you want to click on the domain and then find where you can manage what's called the DNS settings. Typically, it's down at the bottom underneath Manage DNS. So you want to click on Manage DNS. And you'll be on this page right here. Now let's go back into the dashboard and show these next steps. So now that you have your domain and you're in your DNS settings in GoDaddy, you want to go into the dashboard right here and do your domain without the www. And the first thing we're going to do is what's called adding an A record. And so you'll want to copy these numbers right here that are in red. So copy those numbers, and then you can see it's an A record. So what we want to do is go into GoDaddy and add that A record. Typically, the domains that you've never used, they might already have an A record with right here saying parked. And so what you can do with this is just add or edit the parked data. Keep this A, keep the name at, change the value to those numbers that you copied. And we recommend changing the TTL to 1/2 hour. And when you are done, you are finished with that step. Click Save. Perfect. Now go back into your dashboard and click Add. Now this was actually a good example because this might happen to you as well. You can see it said, hey, couldn't find it, and it looks like there's an error. Sometimes inside of GoDaddy, it can take a little bit of time for that update to actually record that you added that A record. So if it does give an error like this, sometimes you just have to wait a few minutes. And actually can take up to 24 hours. That's very rare, but usually it's instantly. So go ahead and click Add again after a little bit here. Perfect. You can see that I was a little too fast. And so if it does happen, just wait a little bit, 30 seconds to a minute, and click Add again, and it should work. Now you want to click Select Funnel for Domain and tap on Personally Branded Website and then Homepage, because that's where you want this link to go to. Click on Link Domain. Perfect. Now, if you go to turboteams.com without the www, it should go to your personally branded website. But once again, that can also take a few minutes to update. And so if you go to type this in the browser and it doesn't work, wait a few minutes and type that in the browser again. But now let's add your domain with the www. So click Add New Domain once again. Type in your domain with the www. Just like that. And now we want to add what's called a CNAME record. So what you'll want to do with this is copy from the flash to the .com right there. So just this red section right here. Don't worry about that red www. Copy that. Go back into GoDaddy. And you can see that this one already has a CNAME with www. If it has that, go ahead and edit this one. If it doesn't have any CNAME, what you can do is go up to add and then type CNAME, type in www, and then paste this right here, what you copied, and then change the TTL to 1/2 hour. That's if you do not see a CNAME already here with www. If it's already there, you can edit this current one. So I'm going to go in and edit. And all you have to do is replace that right there with what you copied. So it should say CNAME, www, and then what you copied, and then change TTL to 1/2 hour. This just makes things happen a little quicker. Then click Save. Perfect. It should say success. Now go back into your dashboard and then click Add. Perfect. It's a success. Now, once again, select the funnel, personal branded website, homepage, and then link domain. Perfect. Now, after a minute or two, if you type in either one of those domains, well, let's just try out with the www. And once again, sometimes it can take a second because GoDaddy has to update, but you can see it worked. I typed in the www.turboteams.com. This is obviously the unedited template, but this would be your website that you have there. And then same thing, if you typed it in without the www, it should work as well. So I just typed in turboteams.com. Now wait for this one to load. Perfect. It just loaded. And you can see it works with the www and without the www. And so that is it for connecting a domain, and you should be all set.